You can't change anyone. We try. I did. I tried and tried. I used my will. I used manipulation. I used money. I used all the resources I had to change and stop my daughter from taking drugs, try and stop my first husband from drinking. It didn't work. Just made me a wreck. A wreck. So you can't change anybody. Only yourself. And I thought I had to make everyone else happy before I could be happy. Wrong. Skip the middleman and make yourself happy. It doesn't require anything of anybody else, only yourself. It is your job to make yourself happy, and your happiness is an inside job. It has nothing to do with what anyone around you is doing. And I mean anyone, your spouse, your partner, your family, your children, people at work, friends, enemies. You can maintain your own happiness, and it has nothing to do with anyone else. And I know you don't like to hear that. I didn't either, but I found it's totally true. I'm the only one responsible for loving myself, being happy, and staying in my joy, and keeping my vibration up, and refusing to come down in the acid of anyone poisoning themselves with any substance or negativity, drama. I just made a choice to let all of that go. And I take care of my energy because I realize that's the most precious commodity that I have. It's the one I take with me when I die. You can't take all the money you've accumulated, the houses, the boats, the clothes, the designer shoes, the jewels. You take your consciousness, and so your energy is such a treasure and well worth taking care of. And once you get that nobody else is responsible, she can't make me sad, he can't make me hurt. But we don't want to take responsibility for ourselves. That's why we point the finger and blame other people. But it's not true. And the sooner you start taking responsibility, it may mean saying no. I don't think that word was in my vocabulary until much later on in life. Because I associated saying no with I don't love you. When in actual fact, you can very well say, no, that doesn't work for me. No, I love you so much, but I can't give you a house. No, I don't want to take on all those extra burdens, or I can't take care of your cat. Whatever it might be, you can say no with still letting the person know that you love and care for them. And it's really important, especially in a family. And you know, a mother, I have 5 children, a mother, you know, always says yes, because we love our children to bits, we love our family, and we just want to do everything for them. But it doesn't work, because then often you're seething with resentment when you feel tired and worn out, and you know, it doesn't work for you and it doesn't work for the other person, and it's not healthy. So learn to say no or yes. I would love to do that for you. And you know you want to say yes when your heart just sings with joy. When my daughter finally came off drugs, and she phoned up one day and she said, "Are you sitting down?" I thought, oh no. And she says, "I want to go to university." Well, my heart just about burst out of my body with joy, and thrilled to bits to pay the university fees, because that was something in a very positive direction. So your heart will tell you. But then if you have a feeling when somebody asks you to take care of their baby for 6 months, and your heart goes, this feeling of dread descends and you feel like 150 years old, then you really need to be saying, no, that doesn't work for me. So taking care of ourselves is really important, and really knowing. But the amazing thing is, when you work on yourself, if there's something you don't like, there's a clue that there's something that is mirroring something in you which you haven't seen yet. Isn't that cool? So if you're saying, well, he's really stingy, and you've got a judgment on that, well, look inside yourself. I did that experiment and decided that sometimes being stingy was good for me. It may not be good for the other person, but I was saying no to them, but yes to me. Because I used to say yes to everything, and in Hong Kong I had like 100 clients, had so many friends, and I was running around and I was really exhausted. Do you think I was loving myself and taking care of my energy? No, it was just disappearing like a container with holes in it, just going everywhere. And you get to the stage when you have absolutely nothing more to give. So what use is that? So by maintaining and taking care of your energy, you're always a full container. You can always give and give energy and share and give love because you've taken care of yourself first. So running and just winding yourself down so you're just so tired and exhausted, as a lot of mothers do, it just doesn't work for the mothers and for the children. Because once you actually say no, then they can, guess what? They can start to give to you. When Random House asked me to write Soul Energy, and they took my book, Letting Go and Loving Life, I said to the children, I can't take you to school every day. And I felt really bad about it. But they went down, my 2 lovely boys, and came back with a bunch of flowers and says, we will help you. And I started to receive. I got breakfast in bed. I got coffees brought up. It was really lovely. And they got a chance to give to me as well. So if it's good for you, it's good for the other person. And by changing yourself, actually other people know where they stand. You start to ask for what you want instead of thinking everyone's a psychic and they should know. They should know what I want, but I haven't told anyone. And I'm going to sit here and be miserable and be resentful because you didn't bring me flowers on Mother's Day or whatever it might be. So you can simply say, I would like to request something, and not be attached to whether you get it or not, whether you receive it. So things shift. And then the amazing thing that happens, if the person you were so angry at shifts too, because suddenly you're a much nicer person to be around. They know where they stand, you've got clarity, and they really want to give to you. So all of that unhealthy behavior goes, and you can love each other with all those things in the way, all those things which haven't been said, but you know they're there because the person's fuming. And they may have a smile on their face, but their energy is telling you something very different. And our bodies emit an electromagnetic signal. So whatever you're feeling inside, people are not fooled if you look amazing, you're a film star, looking glamorous and perfect, when inside you're fuming, because that's what people get from you. And it's not nice to be around. So nobody's fooled. So be real, be authentic, and be yourself is the key. and take care of your energy, your heart, and your essence. And so you change yourself. And now, when you find an ugly in yourself, you're feeling hurt, upset, or he did that to me, look inside and see where that's something that you want to bring to light. And once you love and accept it, it disappears. The light dissolves it, and it's not there anymore. How cool is that? So the motto, you can't change anybody but yourself. I've tried it. I guarantee it doesn't work. Your will can go so far. Your money can go so far. But then it's an inside job. It all comes down to you. But that's terrific, because now you can take your power back and do your own inner work. It's fabulous. Try it. It works.